Hey guys, it's Cindy. I attended my first ever auction. There were some items that I saw in the listing for this auction that I really wanted. There was an entire room of vintage buttons, and there were hundreds and hundreds of piano rolls. And so it was spur of the moment. I found the auction at the last minute. It was only 45 minutes away from me, and I ended up enlisting the whole family. I took my parents with me, and my husband came and had a blast. But did I get any treasures? Stay tuned and you'll find out.
So this was the auction. Most of it took place outdoors. It was bring your own chair. It was under a tent, and it was very difficult to see. And if you're short like me, sometimes it's hard to be seen if you're trying to bid, I noticed. But this took place at an antique stove and toy museum that was going out of business. So there were 3 parking lots full. It was standing room only, and there were a lot of out of state people who had a lot of money with big antique stores. And so there was quite a bit of competition, and most of these people got there at 8 o'clock, and where I didn't learn about it until the last minute. We arrived very late, but we did end up getting there before the auction started. And luckily, I had enough time to look around before the auction started. These are just some of the piano rolls that they were going to auction off. And this is the room of buttons. Every one of these boxes was just filled with buttons. I was overwhelmed. They were so beautiful. And look how many boxes. There were hundreds of boxes just full. And I wanted every one of them, but I couldn't have them. But looky, looky, I won 2 boxes. Yay! I was just so excited. Let me tell you, I'm surprised I didn't buy more. I went double over the budget that I had anticipated. And I was getting so excited, and they tell you not to do that, but I was trying to like keep a poker face, and I ended up with these 2 boxes. There was somebody else that bought all of the rest of the boxes for $25 a box. She spent close to $7,000. And another lady spent 375 bucks, another 175 bucks a box. So I didn't think I was going to get anything. So when I found out I was winning, it was buyer's choice, so you can buy as many boxes as you want for that price. So I went over my budget by times 2, but I got 2 boxes.
So, yeah, I ended up getting 2 boxes of buttons. I'm super happy to be able to get those in my shop and share those with you all, because who knows what was going to happen to them. And it was super fun. But here's what I learned. Don't go, at least for me, I'm not going to go to another auction that draws in major antique dealers from all over the country. This particular auction was an antique stove shop and a toy museum. He also had Model Ts and other things. They displayed their collections, and it was just generations of gorgeous stuff. And so people came from all over. The boxes of buttons that I wanted, the very first bidder, she bought about 10 boxes for $375 each. Okay, that's not even on my radar for being in my budget. So it started out very disappointing. The piano rolls, I didn't realize they had. I wish I'd taken a picture of it because it was the coolest thing. It was an antique Wurlitzer. Um, what do you call those things? You know, where they have all of the instruments. Um, you know, that it has the cymbals and the piano and the organ and all of the instruments playing at once, or like a hurdy-gurdy. Is that the term? But it was trailered. It hooked onto a trailer, but it took piano rolls. So the guy that bought that Wurlitzer hurdy, I'm going to call it a hurdy-gurdy, the one that bought that for like 10 grand, bought all of the piano rolls for $750. Okay, when I see those at antique stores, the most I pay is $2 a roll. So I thought maybe I'd get 100 rolls for a couple of $100. Nah, not even close. So that's, I'm going to stick to small local auctions and not go to ones again where there's going to be a major draw from all over the United States. So that was my lesson. But yeah, I got 2 boxes. Let me show you a little bit about the what I got, and the boxes that I really wanted went like that. And so, but these, I'm still really happy with these boxes. It's going to take me a long time to clean these up just a little bit and get them all listed in my shop. I don't even know, weeks, a month or so, I don't know. So what I'd like to say to you is that as I'm flipping through, if there's something you see that you really fall in love with, just send me a convo either through YouTube or through my Facebook page at The Scrapologist or through Etsy, and let me know that you saw something that you really liked, and I'll get that listed for you. Because otherwise there's going to be no rhyme or reason, and these are one of a kind. You're never going to see these again. And so if there's something you fall in love with, you have the ability to get it before I even list it if you watch the video. So go ahead and convo me if there's something you love. So let's see my treasures.
Okay, so here is box number 1. And Mom and I had so much fun going through these last night. Because somebody bought all the boxes I wanted, I didn't have time to really dig through these boxes and decide which one I wanted. So it was kind of a grab bag. It was kind of a surprise. But what I discovered is that this lady who had this button collection, she was a member of a button collectors club. I didn't even know there was such a thing. So she took all of her buttons and put them on display cards, which is kind of cool. So some of these are really tacky and you might want to pull the buttons off, but some of them are kind of cute and you could actually use it for a cover. So most of these are on some kind of chipboard and they're already packaged. So there's going to be a little bit of a glare here, but I don't have time to show you every single one. You'd be completely bored. But this is just an example. So she mounted all of these with either twist ties or pipe cleaners. All of the buttons are able to be easily removed from the displays. Okay, I zoomed in a little bit and I took the autofocus off. So the other nice thing that she did is organize these either by color or by theme. Some of these I just don't know. I just don't know what that is. And this is just kind of a tacky thing with these are look like reinforcements, which is kind of cute. I don't know. I mean, this lady, you saw the amount of boxes. She did this right up until the day she died. So who doesn't like somebody who does their favorite craft or hobby right up until the day they die? I'm going to try to do these 2 at a time, and I hope there's not too much glare. So these to me look like lips. But see, she decorated a little picture of a wreath with buttons. These numbers I think are just the auctioneer's numbers, so I'm going to have to take all of these off. That's not how much I paid for them or anything. And then this, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of fun. This is the reason why I bought this box, because when I was flipping through really quickly, I was panicking. Oh no, I just won. I have to pick a box. But this was the reason why I picked it, because look at the little crocheted bloomers. They're so adorable. So whoever gets this one is going to get all these pretty greenish hued buttons with these little bloomers. So cute. I don't understand this display, but you know, that's this lady enjoyed it and loved what she did. Obviously. Here's another couple. Sorry for the glare, but I don't want to take all of them out of the packages. So here's another one where you'll get a really pretty crocheted doily. I think that's crochet with some buttons. I don't know what everybody else is doing with those hundreds of buttons that they bought, but because I can't imagine that they have a market for them like a junk journaler. But who knows? I mean, maybe people do go into antique stores and buy these. But you see how they're all displayed? I don't know. There are no words. Here's another little pair of bloomers. How cute! Oh my gosh. And the buttons are beautiful. I do have to do some research, which is one of the reasons why it's going to take me so long to list these. I have to do some research on some of these buttons. This one, there were some buttons that were this looks like a project maybe she was getting ready to do. So I like these because you'll get the little button card that goes with it. And these don't look like they're very old, but they're still fun to craft with, right? This one I totally don't understand. What? And look at how big these buttons are. I don't understand how this thing relates to this picture, but, you know, who am I to criticize somebody's art? So this actually is a piece of chipboard that would make a lovely cover, or you could collage on it, and then these big giant buttons are sometimes fun for handles on a journal cover. So, but this one kind of cracked us up, but not in a making fun of her way. Now, there are two of these. I will probably sell them as a set. Aren't these cool? I'm so excited I can't even pick it up. So she took these paper dolls, and apparently these two didn't have heads, so she drew the heads in. So sweet. And then she put some buttons on them. So these are going to sell as a pair, I think. They need to stay together. This one is another one that Mom and I just cracked up over. Now, remember, we live in Maine. So this really is a made in Maine button art project, okay? Bloomers. Winter bloomers with the little hatch. These are cut out of felt, and then she just drew the hatch in with a marker, and then I think this is supposed to be sort of mimicking a clothesline. So, how fun is that? I love this lady. Her daughter was there, and I wish that I had time to ask more about these in retrospect, but I was a little overwhelmed, and lots of people were talking to her. And now that I'm looking through these, I really wish I had. Here's two more. These are kind of in a diagonal pattern. These are all shiny green, and I have to get these out to figure out what they are. I don't know if these are Bakelite but there's some really pretty ones on here. Really, really pretty. And here's some some red ones. And then I guess she thought these These here were the colors of an owl. I don't know. Again, I don't understand a lot of what her thinking was, but hey, thank goodness she preserved these buttons for all to enjoy, right? And I'm going to have to look up this button club and see if they're still around. Here's one. That's kind of fun. That's really a lot of fun. And then this one. So a couple flower themes. But again, so this one I get because these are all buttons that look like flowers. Really pretty. Really, really pretty. I think the pine cone is the main state flower, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. Is the pine cone a flower? I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up. But here's another one. And again, you can take them all off. And I don't know who packaged these up, if she did them. I think she must have done them. Here's one. It's kind of it's got some panda bears on it. The one thing I really wish she had done is on the back kind of wrote what these buttons are or what era they're from, because that would really have helped me out a lot, but but also just out of curiosity. These are all blue, very pretty. Some of these look like they might be glass. And then there's two in here. Oh, oh boy, grapes. But you know what? I'm going to leave it on here and sell it. And then whoever buys it can pull them off if you want, or leave it like this as a piece of whimsy, or use it as a book cover. And then these are really pretty. And then there's just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. These I'm probably going to sell in lots of 5 or 10. They're just button cards with buttons on them. And that's what a bunch of this stuff is. Oh, I'm stuck together here. So I'll probably be divvying these up. And this one we thought was kind of funny. It's a garter. Looks like a garter belt almost, or well, I guess it's lace, but she put a little button on it. But that's just miscellaneous stuff. So that's box 1. If you're not bored to tears yet and you want to see box 2, hang on 1 second. Box 2 I thought was the more significant box. It had some things in here that I really want to research, like these two. These buttons are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if they're pearl buttons. That's what my mother seems to think. And they're also on cardstock. It looks like actually file folders that have really patinaed. So there's some age to these, and I really want to research these. And I was excited when I came across these. And some of them are so tiny and delicate. Mom thinks maybe these were on baby clothes. So tiny. So these are just precious, and I just adore these. I think these are my 2 favorite, and I want to do more research on these. And let's see. Okay, funny one. Snowman with metal buttons, and an army nurse with army blue buttons. Again, fun I'm fun loving on these. I am not making fun. Never, never, never would I make fun of this lady. I'm so happy that she preserves these. And you know what? This entire collection, I have not come across 2 buttons that are the same. I mean, that whole room, well, I take that back. If they were the same, they were all on the same card. But each collection is just completely unique. This actually would make a sweet little journal cover. And again, almost all of these are on archival mat board or chipboard. There's a fun one. Little lion. I think somewhere in here too there's a tiger. I'll probably sell these as a set. That one would make a pretty journal cover too. Swans. And these are wooden buttons here. Okay, then this box had a lot. Well, let me show just that one. It's just a collection on a piece of red paper. This box she did a lot of Zentangle art, which if you're into Zentangle, that might be fun. But here's a couple of them. This one here is kind of pretty. She obviously really loved what she did. Now these, I am pretty sure, are all glass buttons. They are beautiful and beautifully preserved too. Here's some more. I'm going to set these aside. These are more that are on these vintage manila, these vintage file folders that I want to research. They are so, these and these have such a unique color to them. There's no way you're going to be able to see it really on the camera, but these I need to set aside in that other pile and research. And like I said, these large buttons, they are fun just for an item of interest anywhere on your cover, or to use them as handles to wrap some string around. They're awfully fun to use. They also look really cute if you sew them on the spine, down the spine of your journal. Super fun. These were nice because she labeled them a little bit. This up here, she said, is vegetable ivory. I have to look that up. I don't even know what that is. And these are flecks, which you can see that, well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see in the camera, but you can see that they have little flecks in them. The camera just went dark. Hey. Okay, I hope I fixed that. See how they have little flecks all through them? I don't know if that's just her term, flex, or if that really is a thing. Flex buttons. And then more Zentangles. I'll just go through these real quickly. These little Zentangles. They're actually quite pretty, I think. They're done with love, right? And they would make nice book covers, and you could paint them in yourself. A couple of tacky ones. Get some animals here that kind of are like coloring book pages, I guess, and then just put some buttons at the bottom. Probably sell those as a little set. And whoa! If you have a friend that loves pink flamingos, my aunt who recently died loved pink flamingos. She had plastic ones all throughout her front yard. We never understood that. And some of these, yeah, some of these are a little, I don't want to say gaudy because that's an unkind word, but a little loud, I guess. But somebody will love them. She did. These might go, I might sell these in pairs. What do you guys think? Should I sell them in like sets of 2? Can you imagine how fun it was for me and Mom to sit with a glass of wine and go through my boxes? I just had so much fun. I want to do this again. This looks like a grumpy man with a mustache. Oh. Oh, here's some more of what I think are pearl buttons on a file folder. It's going to go over there. These are really big buttons. Very fun. And almost done. This one is quite the collection. Really super fun. And she organized them by color, which is really nice. Those are not glass. I need to see if they were. Some green ones. And some more really big ones. Just a collection of a mishmash of things. These are actually, each one has a price on it, so I wonder if that's what she paid for each one of these. Some of them are 25 cents, some are $3, like this one is $3, this one is $3. But I don't know if she was trying to sell these in her shop, in their store there, or if that's how much she spent on them. Don't know. And there's the last one. So, guys, I had so much fun, and I just can't wait to share these and get them into my shop.
So, like I said earlier, if there's something here that you saw that you just fell in love with, send me a convo. Since you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you get to see these before they even get into my Etsy shop. So you have an opportunity to nab them before anybody else can get to them. So I hope you really enjoyed my little journey here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!